and I can hear it in their voices. There is a legitimate concern. Now, God calls us to not be people of faith, but He also has given us a brain to think. So, yes, let us think. Let us listen to what's happening. Let us read. Let us research. But we got to also put it within its context. We can't allow that to override the faith of God in our heart. We can't allow what's happening around us to begin to squeeze out the worship from our hearts. We can't allow this to remove the peace that surpasses all understanding to be stamped out through panic. And at the same time, people are watching, people are looking, but I tell you what, this is a time that God is calling God's people to rise up, to stand up, and to walk in your and my rightful place. Say, yes, this is real. This is happening. But one thing that I do know, that the God that we have served, the God that we have prayed to, the God that we have worshiped, the God that we have talked to, is almost like God is folding his hands down and saying, guess what? Now I'm going to watch you. Now I'm going to watch you, my people, my saints, my children, and see what is it you're going to do. It's one thing to talk about faith. It's one thing to talk about God. It's one thing to talk about the word. But now God says, knock, knock, who's there? Here it is. I'm here. I have allowed this to happen, to come into the land, and at the same token, it's exposing and it's revealing the hearts of man, woman, boy, and girl. This is, again, a time that if you have never really prayed like you should be praying, oh, bless God, begin to pray. Begin to talk to the Lord. Begin to time the place, the space to talk to him, and begin to read the word, because God is all over the word. And so I open up to this book of Elijah. It happened over 1,000 years ago. But yet the story of Elijah is the same story of us today. And so here Elijah is doing great things. It's like America was doing well. Trump comes into office. The economy begins to go up. There's employment hitting the land. And bam, just like that, dries up. Today, a matter of fact, there was an article that I had. And I was reading this article. And this is what the article said. That the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said Thursday that the United States economy is in an emergency and is deteriorating with alarming speed. His remarks came shortly after the central bank unveiled over $2 trillion new loans to keep the economy afloat as much of the nation goes into the lockdown to fight the spread of the deadly coronavirus. People have been asking to put their lives and livelihoods on hold at significant economic personal cost. Powell said, in a Brookings Institution webcast, we are moving with alarming speed from a 50-year lows in unemployment to what will likely be very high, almost temporary levels. He goes on to say also, guess what he goes on to say? Depression. Capital D-E-P-R-E-S-S-I-O-N. Depression. The word depression is a compound word. The prefix is D, D-E. Press. When you flip the word around, it means to press where? Down. This coronavirus is pressing down on us. It's not just pressing down on our personal lives. It's pressing down on our health, but it's also pressing down on the economy. And it's not just those in the storefronts that hold the line of economy, but even in the mega places where people have put their money into 401ks, where it has rocked the whole stock market. And there are churches, there are little churches, there are mega churches, there are people that got millions and billions, and some that got a few hundreds and few thousands, some who are living from check to check, that are trying to do their best to make ends meet. We see it. We see it as bombarding us. We see the lines. Unemployment has gone up. Food. Here at Church of the Master, Tom, Joyce, Mario, and Tony, and many others continue to come and to pack food to prepare for the people. And people are really concerned. They go to Family Dollar. They go to the Dollar Zone. They go to Stop and Shop. They go to Shaw's. They are concerned. But I can hear God saying, this too shall pass. Have faith. Have trust. I know how to turn this around. I will turn it around. Not only will I turn it around, but this is an opportunity that I'm going to grow my people. Your faith, wherever measure you have been given, will be stretched. Whatever trust that you have in the Lord is going to be challenged. Oh, yes, it will. Whatever it is that you have talked to me about, you have concerned yourself to me, I know. And at the same token, I'm giving you an opportunity in the arena of the coronavirus, in the arena of the economic budget, to now see that God is not just the God in your own personal life, but he is the God of America. He's the God of the nations. He is the God of the country. And I tell you what, sometimes I speak for myself. There's times that, we live our life, we come and we go, and we get concerned with our little lot and our little plot of responsibility in our land and our little home and, our little cubby holes. But then God, can you imagine God is looking at the world? For the Bible says that for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. So he's not just looking at your house. He's looking at the State House, the White House. He's looking at the world. He is shaking the world. He's not just shaking the world. He's shifting the world. He's sifting the world. He is separating the goats from the lambs, the sheep from the goats. Those that say that they believe, God says, do you believe? Do you really believe? And if you do, guess what? Now is going to be the time that the evidence, the proof is in the pudding. And this is not a period to be embarrassed. This is a period to say, God, I thought I knew you. Oh, God, I thought I trusted you. But now with this COVID-19 and what I see now and the concern for my health and my children and my loved ones, this is a challenging time. So God says use wisdom. Absolutely. But when you use wisdom, keep praying. When you use wisdom, keep reading the word. When you use wisdom, keep walking and talking about the goodness of God in the land of the living. Don't shut your mouth. Keep on pronouncing the grace of God, the mercy of God, the goodness of God. See, we can't serve God just in the good times. We need to serve God also in the bad times. A true love of a mama. She loves you when things are going good, but she loves you when things are going bad. We can't just tell God, God, we love you because you are making our bellies fat. We love you because we got an extra check in the mail. We love you because things are going well. But what about God? Do I love you when the shelves are empty? Do I love you when I just got a can of spaghetti and meatballs? What about do I love you when I only have a half a loaf of bread? And now is the time to really, really see all that praising you've been doing, all that talking about me. But now I'm squeezing life out of America. Now I'm thinning out America. I remember my mama, when she used to do cleaning, she was always cleaning the house. But then there was always that Saturday morning cleaning. You know what I'm talking about? That real thorough cleaning. That's that kind of cleaning that whenever your grandmama come or your great-grandmama come, and they can sweep that finger right across that thing right there, and they say, oh, you been cleaning? Yeah, I've been cleaning. Oh, really? So what is these dust balls that I see right here? You know what I'm talking about? That's that thorough cleaning. There was a time in my life, I'll never forget, when my mother used to send me to go clean the room, my room, and go clean my room. And so I do my thing, but the summer was time, and this is in the streets of New York, and I couldn't wait to get outside, and I could hear my friends. They were calling me, hey, I'm not gonna give you my nickname, but hey, come on, man. And they be waiting for me, right? But I used to have this big closet, a big old closet. I mean, this closet was so big, you can put like 6 people in this closet, right? And I'll never forget, I was such in a rush to get out there and to go and have some fun. And at the same time, I would skip out on my responsibility because mama done told me to clean the room. So what I do what they call surface cleaning. I clean just enough so when she came into the room, her eyes would just see the surface. But then my mother always had this thing. She would have a way to look under that bed, and she would open up them drawers, and I would hide everything in the closet. You see what I'm talking about? So it looked good on the outside, but there were some things that I had on the inside I really didn't clean like I was supposed to clean. And I can hear God saying, America, you've been professing me. America, you've been confessing me. But now, it's going to now really be proven. Oh, yeah. I know people are dying. I know many people are dropping. I just finished coming from doing a funeral service right now. 49 years old.